Hey everybody, my name's Georgia. Welcome back to my channel, Happy Cloud ASMR. So guys, I'm very excited for today's video. This is a custom request from a lovely person who wishes to remain anonymous, but they have basically put together a whole bunch of questions for me all about my smoky smokes. So I really hope you enjoy it. A big thank you for requesting it, and I hope you all enjoy it too. So let's get straight into it. I have the questions written down here, so let's hitch up. Okay, so question one is, how did I start smoking? So I started when I was like 12. I noticed my older sister's like 3 years older than me. I noticed that she kept like sneaking out the house and stuff. We had like a back lane behind where we used to live. Like we had our house, a back garden, and it went onto a back lane, and I used to see her always going out there. So I was 12, so she must have been, it was about 2.5, 3 years, so she would have been about 14, 15. So yeah, I used to always see her go and sneak out the back lane, and then I was just bugging her, saying, you know, what are you up to and stuff, can I come? And then one day she was like, fine, you can come, because I kind of knew what she was up to, like obviously going for a smoke. So yeah, I ended up obviously going with her, and yeah, so basically she gave me my first cig, and I remember just absolutely coughing my guts up basically on it, like really coughing a lot, and then yeah, that was basically it. I definitely got like a nicky rush from it. I remember that, and just because obviously it's hard, you know, she's teaching me what to do. At first she was like, oh, don't inhale, and I'm like, okay, so I didn't, and then I saw her inhaling, and I was like, well, that's how you're supposed to do it, so I will. And then obviously that's when I had the big coughing fit and stuff, just obviously not used to it at all. So yeah, I was about 12 then, I think. And then that was that really. I used to, like, wasn't too bothered by it. Every now and then I'd like join her, but yeah, I wasn't like obsessed, I guess, with it and like want all the time. And then that was probably it for like a couple of years or so, because then when I was 14, that's when I like really properly started smoking, I guess. And I can't actually remember how it became more consistent. I think like a lot of my friends and like people I hung about with in school, and just obviously when you're at that age you start like going out more and socializing, and like the weekends, like at night and stuff, and like having a few drinks and whatnot. So yeah, I think it was just that kind of vibe just got me into it a bit more. But yeah, I think I fully fledged got into it at 14, and yeah, like I said, I can't remember the first time. I just remember like during school and stuff, me and a bunch of friends would like, on our break, we'd sneak to like the school toilets and like hitch up there and stuff. And on lunch, there used to be like this alleyway like by our school, which we used to go down, like everyone, that was the place to go basically. If you smoked, you go down this alley, and then the teachers they knew, so like every now and then the teacher would just like come round by the corner, and if you got caught you'd get in big trouble. You'd get like I actually never got caught there. I only got caught once, and it was stupid really. It was when I was a bit older, I think I was like 15, and I was in class, and I don't know why, I just obviously really wanted one. It was during class. I was like, can I go to the toilet? And so I went to the bathroom, and then I'd actually arranged my friend who was in class with me. She went first. She was like on the other side of the room, so we were kind of like, let's go. So she went first, and then like a couple minutes later I was like, can I go? So I think they kind of knew that we both smoked anyway, so I think they must have caught on, because when we went to the bathroom, had our smoke, and it's really funny actually because we had a male teacher, but then he must have caught on, like it was so weird, he must have caught on and then like rang or emailed a female teacher to go to the toilet to check on us. But it was basically as we were coming out of the bathroom, like finished, they were coming in, so they didn't see anything, but they just obviously assumed. And I mean, they couldn't prove it, but basically we got in trouble. I had to have like, I think I got like a letter sent home or maybe a phone call, and then I had like an after school detention. But I just remember my friend, she had like chewing gum, like mint chewing gum, and she was rubbing it all on her fingers and stuff, you know, to stop, so she wouldn't smell of smoke. But I was just like, it's over. So yeah, that was like the only time really I like got busted for it in school. But they totally know, like the teachers, they fully knew that I did smoke, but I just never got caught, I guess, unless that moment. Even then I didn't really get caught. So yeah, that's basically how I started. And I mean, I've never and I mean, I've just carried on since then, really. Definitely had ups and downs as I've gone, as in like gradually as I got older and like could obviously buy my own and stuff, I smoked more, because I mean you have to be 18 here to buy ciggies. So up until then, I mean, I did not look my age. Like I always looked very young for my age, so I would always get ID'd. Even now I still get ID'd sometimes. So yeah, I'd always have to rely on like my older sisters or like my friends to go and get them for me. But yeah, so basically when I turned 18 I could get them myself. I think I was definitely smoking more, and obviously that's the age then where you can like legally drink and like go to pubs and stuff, and like go clubbing and whatnot. So I was definitely smoking a lot more when I was like around probably 18 through to like maybe like 25. I'd say I smoked a lot. But then actually when I went to America as well, I was 25 when I went to America, and I was smoking quite a lot there as well. So yeah, I think it's kind of just been the past, I don't know, 2-3 years or so where I've kind of cut back a little, but not really, because it's all, for me, it's all based on my routine, you see. So it's like I said, I'll have one in the morning when I go to work, a break at work, 2 at lunch, 1 in the afternoon, 1 walking home from work, and then however many in the evening. So I think when I was younger, I didn't really have like a routine like that. So I mean, obviously I did work and stuff, like, and in school and stuff, and obviously in school you haven't got much opportunity. You can't just be like, I want to go for a smoke. You have to plan and plot your way to get one. And like in college as well, I smoked a lot just because all my friends there smoked, and they were a lot more chill and laid back there, so you could just go for like a ciggy. But yeah, that's basically how I started. So yeah, I guess 12 when I first had them, and you know, occasionally but like throughout the couple of years, but definitely from 14 to present day is I just started and haven't stopped since, really. Okay, so the next question is, when did I realise that I was addicted? That is a good question, actually, because I've never actually really thought about it. I think you only, I think I actually mentioned this in the live stream I just did, where I say, I don't think you actually realise you're addicted to something until you actually try to stop and give it up. Because then you'll obviously know if you're craving it, if you want it, you know you're addicted. Whereas I've never actually tried to stop before. I've never, like, if I want one, I'll just get one. So yeah, it's kind of hard for me to really pinpoint a time. It's really tricky, actually, this one. Because like I said, I've never really thought about it. Like, I guess I'm just coming maybe to the realisation now that I am, because, I mean, I don't know, like, there's definitely been times, like, I can't pinpoint a time, but there's definitely been times when, you know, I couldn't have one for whatever reason, and I was craving one. So I guess to me that's the clue that you are addicted, because I couldn't have it and I wanted it. So, but yeah, to pinpoint an actual specific age or time when I realised I really can't. Yeah, I don't know on that one. I don't know. I really can't think of a specific time when I realised. It stumped me. I've never actually thought about it, but I will. I'll think on that and I'll get back to you. But honestly, I think it's just knowing that I couldn't have one whenever, you know, even, I mean, definitely even when I was like a teenager, I remember that feeling of like, you know, being in school and stuff, especially where there are so many restrictions, to not being able to have one, and I'm like itching in class, like I want to go for one. So maybe even back then, maybe that was a clue to say you are. So if that's the case, then maybe like 15. Okay, next question is, how do I feel about being addicted? So like I said, like, I don't see what I like smoking, for me personally, I don't see it as like addiction as like a negative thing. Like, I think addiction is such like a negative word, because it's associated with like, you know, something you can't live without, basically. I mean, I know you can use it in positive light, but generally speaking, it's like addicted to drugs, addicted to drink, addicted to ciggies, addicted to gambling. Like, it's all like things that can fuck up your life, basically. But to me, I don't see it like that, because I mean, it's something I enjoy, it's something I can afford to do. It's not affecting me in any negative way, as in health-wise, money-wise, socially, you know, personally, through my job, relationships, friendships, anything like that. It doesn't have like an impact on my life in that way. So I don't feel like it's a negative thing for me, because I love it and I enjoy it, and I'll do it until I don't. That's just the way I see it. Although, like I've mentioned this many times before, I've never actually tried to quit before, so I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. If it's as easy for me to just say, like, I quit, like cold turkey, that's it, I don't know. But I mean, I'm not going to dwell on that or think on that, because it's just not going to happen like anytime soon that I can think of. But yeah, as far as how do I feel about it, I feel fine with being addicted, because yeah, it's, like I said, not affecting me in any negative way whatsoever. Touch wood. All right, next question I have is, what do I love about smoking? So there's been like different times, I guess, how do I put it? like smoking means to me, if that, I don't even know if that makes sense. For example though, like when I was a teenager and stuff, it was very much social, like kind of like your friends were doing it, you'll do it, or I'm doing it so my friends will copy me, you know, that kind of vibe. It was just like, I don't know, social and just fun, I guess. And like obviously a little bit taboo, because like my parents certainly did not like me smoking, and I mean I definitely kept that from them. And obviously, you know, you're a child, really, you're underage, you shouldn't be smoking, so there was that kind of like, I don't know, not naughtiness, but do you know what I mean, like frowned upon, I think, just being cheeky. I don't know what the right word is, but just that little thrill, I guess, of doing something that you're not allowed to do or shouldn't be doing. So I kind of liked that part of it. And then as I've grown up and stuff, and just obviously generally just smoke now day to day, normally, don't even think about it, I just love that it's like, there's all, like for me, there's always an occasion for having a smoke, if that makes sense as well. So I mean, you obviously have like the mundane smokes that you just have through the day because you want one, like in my routine. But then I'll have one, like the best ones I find is like when you're, I don't know, just out with friends and you're just socialising, having a great time, and like the sun's shining and you've got like a nice cool drink, cocktail, whatever, beer, and you're just sitting on the grass just chatting away and just having a great time, and then you just hitch up, and I just think that's like the icing on the cake for me. Like it's nice, it's just such a nice feeling. And then I love like it's there as well, I guess, as like a crutch for like if you're like feeling stressed out or whatever and you just need to, I don't know, just get away from the situation, whatever it may be, and you just like take yourself away, have a ciggy, and then for me I instantly feel better. Like I don't know if that's like placebo or like what, if it's, you know, scientifically it does help, or if it's just your mind playing games on you, you know, like the placebo effect. But I mean, whatever it is, it works for me, so I like that aspect of it as well. And yeah, there's just always an occasion, I think, to have one, whether you're happy, sad, like whatever, stressed, excited, anything. It's just good. And I just like getting away, like for example in work and stuff, when I'm ready for, like I know my break's coming up, it's like sometimes I even like say, usually I'll go for a break at like 11 a.m. So if it's like coming up to 11, I'm like, I don't know if excited's the right word, but I definitely feel like, oh, you know, it's coming. And then sometimes to like prolong that effect of feeling like excited, I maybe won't go out till like 10 past 11 or even like 11:30 sometimes. I don't know if that sounds really weird. That's just me. But I like to, because then I think the reward's better when you finally do get one. But only on my terms. I can control that, but it's when someone tells me you can't go for one right now. For example, like when you're catching a flight or something, it's like I know I really cannot have one. And then that's what I hate. I hate it when I don't have the control to decide. So yeah. But yeah, there are lots of things I love, but mainly just the nice feeling I get, I guess. And like I said, there's an occasion for everything, for every type, or for every like emotion. So yeah, that's what I love about it. Okay, so the next question is, what do I hate about smoking? This is a good question as well, because like I said before, kind of with the addiction thing, like once I stop enjoying it, I will not do it anymore. So kind of similar, once I stop hating it, I won't do it. I don't really hate anything, because if I did, I wouldn't do it, you know? So again, it's hard for me to answer that one, because like I kind of, this is kind of like socially speaking, I mean, cigarettes, I guess they are, like smoking is kind of very much frowned upon, especially from obviously from non-smokers. You know, like I've never had any like grief or bad trouble or anything like that from it, like people, but you know, when you can just sense, like, so you'll just be walking down the street or something and you'll just have one, and then like, I know, you just get a look, like, because I've done it myself and I feel really bad, like I don't pay attention where my smoke's going once I blow it out. And I mean, I'm sure like if someone's come, you know, we've crossed paths, I've probably blown it in the face by accident, and then you get the so I don't like obviously doing that to anybody, but so I can kind of see why people would be pissed off by that if they don't smoke and they hate it, but I mean, that's just part and part of it, I guess. Like it's not deliberate. So yeah, I guess it's kind of that, like, kind of looking down I don't like from people. Some people, not always, mostly people just don't care. That's the best way. Just do what you gotta do. Don't worry about me or anybody else. Just think about yourself, concentrate on yourself. But yeah, other than that, like, I don't think there's anything else. I mean, maybe the money side, like, they're very, very expensive now. Yeah, it is an expensive habit. So yeah, I probably spend, especially now they've gone up, I probably spend like, let's work it out. So they're roughly about £11-12 now. And I go through 20, so 10 a day, so a 20 pack is about £11-12. So I'll go through 20, 40, 60 and a half, so like maybe 70. Do the maths with me. So 11, 22. Yeah, so maybe like 8. So, oh my god, my maths awful. 11, 22. Yeah, maybe like 70, 80 quid a week, roughly. If I've done maths right, I'm awful at maths. Yeah, so when you put it like that, it's a lot of money. So say it's like 80 quid a week, £360 a month. Yeah, it's quite an expensive habit, but like I say, if you enjoy it, who cares about that? If you can afford it, that's the main thing. That's what I say. Like, as long as you can afford it, it's fine. You know, with like, not just with smoking, just in general with habits and addictions and things you enjoy doing. It only becomes bad when you just can't fund it anymore. Not addictions, I shouldn't say addictions, but just with habits and things that you like to do. So yeah, I hope that made sense. But yeah, can't really think of anything else I hate about it. Like, I know a lot of people say the smell, but it doesn't really bother me. And I mean, I can't really smell it on myself. And like, I don't mind the smell, to be honest. Okay, next up, will I ever quit? Yeah, probably. I probably will. Because I mean, I do want to have children at some point, so I probably will, but I can't see when, really. I just know that, yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any other reason. I mean, it's mainly because I want to have children, but other than that, I can't really think of any other reason why I would want to. I guess it just depends on my health as well. Like if things obviously start going downhill, I'll have to nip it in the bud. But until then, and until I have like kids, whatever, I don't think I'll quit anytime soon, or quit full stop. So yeah. Alright, so this kind of leads on to the next one. Will I smoke when I'm pregnant, or if you have a child around? No, I will not smoke when I'm pregnant. I think it's really selfish, personally. I mean, it's all very well you doing this to yourself, whatever, but when you've got a little baby or a child around you, I don't think that's right, personally. Like, I know people who have smoked through pregnancy, but it's just not something that I would personally do. And again, with like, I couldn't imagine, like I have a little niece and nephew, I couldn't imagine just hitching up around them. I just couldn't. And like when I was an au pair and stuff, looking after the kids, believe me, I wanted to, but I didn't. So no, I wouldn't smoke around children, like young children, or yeah, definitely not if I was to get pregnant. Okay, the next up is okay, so describe feelings I have of smoking. This kind of ties into the other, kind of answered this already, but I guess like there's various feelings I get. It depends on the mood I'm in as well. Like sometimes it's like relief, just enjoyment, just happiness, like stress reliever. Just like, I don't know, it's hard to describe, you know. I don't want to come across weird either, but it's kind of like, do you know, like the first ciggy you have in the morning? For me personally, that's the best one. You just can't beat that feeling, but it's so hard to describe unless you've done it yourself, or like experience it yourself. But it's just kind of just like, just nice. I know there's probably a better adjective to use, but just nice. And it's just like a good start to kick off the day. Just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like I'm ready to go. Once I've had my morning one. And it just kind of sets me up for the day. But yeah, there's, all I can think of really is just positive feelings, because if they were negative, I wouldn't do it. But yeah, just positive feelings, nice feelings, I guess. Okay, next up is okay, so what ciggies did I try in Canada, and which were my favourite? So I actually only tried one brand over there. I was initially gonna, because I smoke L&B here and they don't have them in Canada, so sorry for that running water if you can hear it, it's like the pipes outside. But yeah, there's only yeah, so I smoked L&B here, but they don't have that there. So I was initially going to do the Marlboros, because that's what I typically would smoke when I go abroad or whatever. But then my sister, she was smoking Pall Malls, and she just recommended them to me. She said they're the best ones. They're not too expensive, and yeah, they're just nice, and I guess kind of similar to these as well. So yeah, that's what I had. So yeah, I guess they were my favourite. That's all I had. But I've smoked a few other brands, like not in Canada before. Like this is going way back, because I mean I've had L&B for a very long time. Like, when you're younger and you're just trying all, it's just whatever your friends have really, you'll just take, or whatever you can get from the shop. So I had like menthol ones. I hate menthol. Like, I remember they were very popular though as a teen. people would always have them, but I'm never a fan. I just hate that taste. I hate it. And I also tried like B&H, Silk Cut, which is just disgusting, Richmond's. God, I had a work colleague actually. Oh, what did he used to smoke? They were like Super Kings. They were really long. They were like Super Kings, as you know. I can't remember what brand it was that he had though, but they were okay. But it was like smoking 2 ciggies in one. Yeah, I can't remember what ones he smoked. But yeah, I've had a few in the past, but like I said, it was so long ago, I can't really remember exactly. And I mean, I used to smoke actually roll-ups as well, back in the day, like amber leaf and whatnot. But yeah, L&B are the best here, but Pall Malls were the best in Canada, and if I can get Pall Malls here, I will swap, because they were definitely my favourite, and I think, yeah, the best I've had overall. Yeah, I think that's, I'm trying to think of other brands. That's it. And Marlboros, I do like, because they have the Marlboro Reds and the Marlboro, is it gold? Like the light ones. I used to have the lights. This was before I realised they had the regular reds. I just thought they just came in like the gold pack. And then it was only, like, because I used to get them when I was like, go abroad, but when I was younger, like I remember going on holiday when I was like 16 and just went to like the local shop there, and like they serve anyone in these places in Europe. Didn't even question my age or anything, so I just got those, and then saw that they had the reds there, so I was like, oh. And then they were very strong though. I do remember the reds are strong. They are a strong ciggy. But yeah, that's what I used to smoke all the time abroad. But now I know there's Pall Malls. I think I'll switch to them. But I don't know if they have them in Europe actually, in other countries, or if it's just like a North American brand. But yeah, I'll have to check. But yeah, guys, that is all the questions I have. A big thank you and shout out to you know who to requesting. I know you wish to remain anonymous, but thank you so much. I really enjoyed making this video for you. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you all enjoyed watching it too. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, please comment down below, and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening or night, whatever time you're watching. And if any of you guys would like to request a custom video from me, you'll see the form to complete in my description under this video, so feel free to do that. I love making these custom vids for you guys, so I look forward to receiving many more. Also, I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but the background, I've just realised now, I hope this hasn't put you off, but basically my sister's boyfriend, as you know, works in the garage, and he's been obviously spray painting and painting these, like, I don't even know what they are, like cupboards, doors, I don't know. So yeah, that explains this. But I am actually having a big old clear up of this garage, so I think I'm gonna move myself to, it won't even matter to you, but I'm gonna move myself over there, where it's a fresh wall. I'm gonna get my sister's boyfriend to paint it black, pure black, so it'll be a nice backdrop for the smoke, hopefully. But yeah, just a little ramble explanation on this. But anyway, guys, I really hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening or night, whatever time you're watching this video, and I will see you guys very soon. Take care, everybody.